What's going on, Packers fans? Happy Monday to you. We got a loaded show coming up for you guys today. On the top half, we are going to discuss some major NFL news that impacts the Green Bay Packers that got announced early this morning. And then on the second half of today's show, I'm going to tell you why, and 3 reasons I believe a breakout is coming up for Matthew Golden. Okay? If you still got faith in the first round pick, I need you to stick around, and we got to talk about why I think Sunday is going to be a big day for the wide receiver. Let's keep growing, okay? I need you guys to keep helping me out and doing that. We've been growing like crazy, and we're 13 subs away from our next milestone. 11,500 subscribers is right around the corner. Again, I just need 13 diehard Packers fans to do me one big favor. Hit that subscribe button, and multiple reasons why. You get daily coverage. It's all 100% free. And it locks you in for the best place to be right here on YouTube if you love the Green Bay Packers. It's free to do so. Hit that big red sub button now. So Adam Schefter broke the news very early this morning. ESPN sources, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will need toe surgery. That will sideline him a minimum of 3 months. Now, the initial report came out last night, and it was going back and forth whether he would need surgery or not. They contacted, Cincinnati did, many different foot doctors, sent them many different scans, and ultimately they decided that a surgery was going to be the best chance for Joe Burrow to fully heal. Adam Schefter followed up that tweet with the very, very poor stats if you're a Bengals fan. Now, with Joe Burrow as a starting quarterback, they're 40, 30, and 1 and average 25.3 points a game. And without him, unfortunately for them, they're 6-8 and average just under 20 points a game. So how this impacts Green Bay, you ask? This is a Green Bay Packers show, so it's a fair question. Well, Green Bay has Cincinnati on their schedule coming up in Week 6. Right after the bye week in Week 5, they'll take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Upcoming, right, you got a lot of winnable games. And in my opinion, you might even look back to my schedule prediction before the season. That game against Cincinnati, I said was going to be a big one because Cincinnati is always a team that's going to be able to put up points. They're always going to be a team that's going to be really hard to beat. But now you get to play them without Joe Burrow, and you get to do it at home, and you get to do it coming off a bye as well. Week 3 against the Browns, very winnable game. Week 4 against the Cowboys, both those on the road. That's a very winnable game. We saw Dallas look against New York, and you own AT&T Stadium. You got Week 6 against the Bengals, and then right after that, you go on the road to Phoenix to take on the Cardinals. Look, Cincinnati is one of those teams that if Burrow is that quarterback, they're going to be able to beat anybody in this league. Okay? They're going to be able to put up 40 against anybody in this league. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow slinging that rock. Look, guys, without having to play Joe Burrow, not having to play Joe Burrow, that is a really, really big break for the Green Bay Packers. That just is what it is. That's a losable game if Joe Burrow's playing. Now, I'm not saying it's not losable. It's still the National Football League. They got all pros all over that roster. But it makes it a lot easier without Joe Burrow being back there in under center. What do you say? What will Green Bay's record be by Week 6? You let me know in the comment section down below. That is, by the time they're playing Cincinnati, where do you think they sit in the standings? Let me know in the comment section. Up next, we got to talk about Matthew Golden. It's been a very slow start for the first-round pick, and a lot of people are already losing faith over him, which I think is very, very silly. I'm going to tell you exactly why you should not lose faith and expect a big day for Matthew Golden this upcoming Sunday. But before that, our friends over at Underdog. They are back, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot wait to tell you why Underdog is my favorite sponsor and why they should be your go-to place if you want to have fun while watching football. Look, guys, football is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Let's cut to the chase. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report, you score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. And look, guys, I play Underdog. I play it every single weekend. You want me to prove it to you? Well, I actually had a really good weekend with our friends at Underdog. I'll show you my picks, okay? I went 3 for 3 with Arch Manning, higher rush yards, Gunnar Stockton, higher rush yards, and Marcel Reed, higher rush yards. You see a lot of green. That means you're going to win some money. I also went 3 for 3 with another Underdog lineup. Unfortunately, my Tennessee Volunteers couldn't pull it out, but I was able to pull it out with our friend on Underdog. The higher on Joey Aguilar pass attempts, higher on Gunnar Stockton rush yards again, and the higher on Mike Matthews' longest reception. Guys, look, I'm winning money on Underdog. You can do it too. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Packers Report. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-terms_DFS_for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. So I get it. You're frustrated, right? I understand that. It has been a dud of a start for Matthew Golden in his first couple games as a Green Bay Packer, right? You get drafted in the first round. First time this team does that since 2002. You expect big things, and you don't necessarily get big things. 4 targets, 2 catches, 16 yards, 8 yards average over his first 2 games. 16 yards in his first 2 games. Now, he did have a couple rush yards this past weekend, or this past Thursday against the Washington Commanders, but still, he's not doing what you thought he'd do in the passing game. Matthew Golden, though, looks like he doesn't necessarily care. He tweeted this out on, I believe that was Thursday or Friday morning, 2-0. Boom. That's all he cares about, winning the football game, okay? He also did black out his profile picture. Hopefully, that means he's just getting focused, getting locked in. So why I think a Matthew Golden breakout is coming, I got 3 reasons why. Number 1, Jayden Reed's injury. Okay, I think this is just automatically, by process of elimination, you eliminating one weapon, one other one is going to have to come up and help that production reach what it normally does, okay? I hate that Jayden Reed is going to be gone for the next 6 to 8 weeks. I don't think that makes this team better. What I do think it does, though, is I think it's going to help Matthew Golden have a good game. It's going to help him break out a little bit. It's going to help him maybe get that confidence back, get that swagger back, because I think he's going to see more targets. I think he's going to see more receptions. I think he's finally going to see the end zone. I think he's going to be able to step up in Jayden Reed's absence. By the time Jayden Reed's back, when Christian Watson's fully back, Matthew Golden knows the receiver he is in the National Football League. Jordan Love has confidence in the receiver that Matthew Golden is in the National Football League. So while Jayden Reed being injured is not a great thing for this team and this offense, it might be a great thing for Matthew Golden. Do you still believe in him? If you do me one big favor. Hit that thumbs up button and like today's video if you still think Matthew Golden is going to be a star. Up next, number 2, my second reason. Sometimes, like, this just happens. Okay? So don't freak out over it. There's been wide receivers before that have had very slow starts to their career and still went on to have very, very good careers. One perfect example is Justin Jefferson. Now, while you might hate him because he's a Minnesota Viking, you can't deny the fact that he's a top 5 wide receiver in the game. And through week 2 of his rookie season, he had 6 targets, 5 catches, 70 yards, not a single touchdown. So just because Matthew Golden is starting off slow doesn't mean that he's cooked, doesn't mean that it's over. I know you guys don't necessarily think that, but there is a lot of negativity going on social media right now. Justin Jefferson started not as slow, but close to as slow as Matthew Golden. And guess what? He ended up having a pretty fine rookie year. The third reason why, and this one's more specific for the upcoming game against Cleveland. Cleveland's secondary is going to allow Matthew Golden to have a breakout game. They're going to allow Matthew Golden to finally do what we've all been expecting him to do. Their depth chart, when you look at the cornerbacks, it's nothing special. Denzel Ward, he's a good player. Greg Newsome II, not so much. Cameron Mitchell, even less, right? You look at their PFF grades, and it's a little bit shocking, okay? Greg Newsome second actually has the best PFF grade of them all, 69.9. Denzel Ward sitting at 52.3. Cameron Mitchell all the way down there at 33.5. You are going to be able to get open on these guys, okay? And the thing is, Lamar Jackson just threw 4 touchdowns, 225 yards against Cleveland on Sunday. Jordan Love's going to have the opportunity to do the exact same thing. I'm a believer in Matthew Golden. I believe in his skill set. I believe in the player that he is. I believe in his work ethic. I believe in his hands. I believe in his speed. I believe in him. So just because the start of this season has been a little bit slow, I am in no way, shape, or form selling my Matthew Golden stock. If anything, if you know how the stock market works, it's never been lower. I'm probably buying more of it. Because now with Jayden Reed out, Matthew Golden's going to step up. Going against Cleveland and their secondary, I think he's going to step up even more. Do you think Matthew Golden's going to score a touchdown against Cleveland? Give me a yes or give me a no in the comment section down below. Weigh in and let me know your answer. While you're down there, you'll find the links to my social media. You can find me at Joey Petersen on Twitter, at Joey Petersen on Instagram. Make sure you're following on socials. Hourly coverage on there, daily coverage right here on the channel. And if you're not subscribed, let's make that change today. Hit that sub button.